Uh, okay. So we'll start the games. Okay, so we have the first game. Yeah, we are playing as black. So white is going with e4. All right. I hope my screen is visible. Yeah. So we continue with c6. The card can't depend on the board. Hmm. He go with d4. Cool. So we go with d5, attacking the center with this. Mainly we attack this pawn, where this is white's turn and white go with knight c3. So we have e6, creating a pawn structure like this. Now each one of them are supporting each other. e5. So we have c5 attacking the center. Now let's see what he responds. White to play and white is thinking. White continue knight f3. So we have knight to c6 and we further attack this pawn. Where the very easy response is bishop coming out to b5 creating a pin. We'll just choose. Okay. So we'll have d take c5. I mean sorry, c take d4. C take d4. Knight take d4. We have queen to c7 attacking this pawn. The main threat it is at the same time we will support this knight which is under attack by the knight and the bishop. So a3 was the response. Not at all a very good move that is observable, right? We have queen take e5 giving check, so we can expect the knight to go back. Bishop e3. Okay, so this is also a very good option that he continued with. We have knight to e7 supporting the knight, and he continued f4, which is a big blunder because we can capture that bishop. So he made a mistake. Okay, so he have resigning. Okay, he resigns the game. We have another game on the board, and this time we will be playing as white. So we have our most favorite opening that I usually play from d4 is the Catalan opening. We continue c4. This is the queen's gambit, where if we try something like knight f6 or e6, I could present g3, g3, bishop g2, knight f3, all this. e5 is the response. Okay, so now black is trying for the new tactic. In this position, if you gonna take it, he'll push the pawn forward. That's for sure, right? That's for sure. So what I prefer is going with e3 and adding a supporter to this pawn. Ultimately, this is black's turn, and now let's see how he responds. We have these two pawns attacking the center, where he go with e take d4. We also have e take d4 controlling the center. So black go with d takes c4. So we have bishop takes c4 attacking this pawn. He go with a6. We will have knight f3 because king safety is important. That's why we choose this knight to come out. Okay, so black's turn, and we have outpost. I hope you all know the meaning of outpost. Meaning of outpost, it means that we are controlling this square, right? So if my knight was over here, means we have future planning that this knight will be our, and this square is known as outpost where our knight can jump. So knight f6. Okay, now knight f6. What we can do is we can try knight towards the center for attacking this pawn, right? We go with knight g5, where if we try bishop coming here, over here, then we may go with bishop take, he'll take it, knight will take it and attack the queen. So basically knight g5 and bishop c4 are attacking this pawn, the f7 pawn, which is the main weakness for black. Now let's see how he handled this weakness. Okay. In the meantime, if you all are enjoying the stream, then do like live stream. Okay. So he is thinking for the move. Okay, now 8 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock remaining. And he is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. Wait. Okay. Yeah. So in this position, all right, he go with Queen E7 check. Queen E7 is a good move, not a very good move. So we'll have King to T2. The main plan is to take the rook E1 and like attack this way. We go with Queen B4 check, and we have King D3 supporting it. We may take this rook here, giving check, and that will be the most aggressive way to attack Black's territory. Okay, so he's thinking, having 7 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock. He continue with Bishop F5. Okay, so Bishop F5, and this was a very good move. If I continue with King there, okay. So King goes to E3 and he captured his bishop, or maybe something like checks. He can go with the checks first and then plan for that. Okay, so Black is now thinking. Black can easily capture this bishop over here, where we can join our rook, further attacking this way, and that will be our plan for this. Okay, so Black's turn and Black is thinking. Let's see how he responds. Queen takes e4, we go with rook to e1. Now let's see how he responds. If we try something like checks, like knight g4, that won't help because we can take the king there with a check. So he go with bishop e7. Now bishop e7, he is planning for the castling, which will ensure the king's safety, and that's a very positive response. We'll have x3 preparing for g4, and at the same time not allowing the knight to come here. Also, we'll make some plans to attack this queen, which is more important. So he go with knight d5. King comes to f3, opening up the rook file like this, and we can go with g4 so that we can take the king to g2 and secure our king. Okay, Black's turn and Black is thinking. Let's see how he responds. Hmm. He continue with castling. Okay, so castling where we choose g4, attacking the bishop. Now bishop under attack. He may take the bishop behind, securing the pawn, and that's the best. Ultimately, let's see how he responds. So Black's turn and Black is thinking. Let's see how he responds over here. 6 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock, where he's thinking for the move. Okay, alright. So he continued bishop take g5. Bishop take g5. Welcome Akaru. We'll go with bishop take bishop. Okay. The rook file is already open, so I won't prefer that threading this way was a better move. This was not. So Black's turn and Black is thinking over here. Having 6 minutes on the clock, let's see how he responds over here. He continued bishop g6. Okay. Bishop g6 is a fine move, not a very good move. So we'll continue knight to a3, attacking the queen. This pawn already defended by the queen, so we don't need to worry a lot. Now let's see what he responds. Black's turn. He may continue with queen to b4. Queen b4 will be attacking this pawn, that's why. Otherwise, he may simply take the queen to c6, attacking towards this pin. So this is the most aggressive option possible, right? Okay, queen c6. We have king to g3. Now we need to remove our king from the pin. Also, we can try f4, f5 and attack the bishop. So we have a better continuation over here. He continue x6, so we have rook check. I mean rook c1, but he may try to checks. Queen d6. Okay. So now I think the game is almost over. So we resign this game and we'll look for another game. Here comes another game. Welcome, Nancy Chess. Welcome, yes, Nitin Bhai. Hmm. E4, we have E6, the French defense. D4, we have D5 attacking. We go with E take D5, we have E take D5 once again. He go with Bishop D3, Knight F6, Knight F3, Bishop to D6. Now let's see what he responds. 9 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. He go with Queen E2 check, we go with Queen E7. He captures it, we capture it back from the bishop. Preparing for C5, attacking the center. Attacking the center is our priority, and that's what we do. He go at rook e1. So now he has given a very important opportunity. Okay, so we'll just go with eliminating this pawn. Knight eliminate back. We go with knight c6, attacking this. If we're gonna take it, then that's better. We'll take it back and continue our game. So he go with knight f5, but he forgets that there is an attacker. Hmm. Okay, so he go with bishop take f5. Knight comes to center, attacking this bishop. Uh, he go with bishop d3. So mm, we'll have taking the knight behind, securing the bishop, preparing for castling. Now white's turn and white is thinking. Let's see how he responds. So he's having 9 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. Knight c3, we have d4 attacking the knight. He may take the knight there. Okay. So white's turn, where white is thinking over here. 9 minutes on the clock remaining, where he go with knight e4. So knight e4. Uh, we'll continue with. Okay. So we'll have knight to d5, supporting this bishop. Let's see how he responds. He begins with capturing it. So we also eliminate this back, so that we can take the rook here and attack like this. Okay. So this is white's turn, and white is thinking. Let's see how he responds over here. He continues knight c5, where we'll have. Okay. So b6 attacking the knight. Hmm. Okay, so he continue with knight p3. Knight p3, we continue with. Hmm. So we continue knight to c6, supporting this pawn. He go with rook e4, and then we take this knight behind, attacking the rook, where he cannot capture like this because the knight will be supporting. So rook comes to f4, and then we take this rook over here for supporting this pawn. Now let's see how he responds over here. Okay, so he's thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He continue with rook to d1. Rook d1. Now he may take the bishop behind with the rook attacking this. So this is a very good plan. We'll have. Okay, so we'll continue with knight to d5 and attack this rook. He may take the rook here and try attacking this way, where we'll be taking this knight behind to f6 for securing it. Now he may take the bishop behind so that he can add up more pressure towards this pawn. He go with bishop b5. Bishop b5 will take the knight b4, attacking this pawn. Now white's turn, and white is thinking. White is having 8 minutes on the clock remaining. Let's see how he responds. So he continue with rook take. What we can do in this position is capturing this rook, where after he captures, we may capture this pawn. from the knight attacking the rook. Now let's see what he responds. White's turn and white is thinking. Hmm. So he continued with rook to d1. Hmm. Rook d1. Now we take this knight behind for attacking this pawn. Let's see how he responds. So this is white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. 7 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock remaining for white. Let's see how he responds. He continue with a3. So we'll continue with knight to d5, knight at the center, which is more powerful. Let's see how white responds. Okay. So this is white's turn and white is thinking. Yeah. So he continued with f3. Now f3 was the response. What we can do is we can take the knight there and further attack the rook. Hmm. So 7 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock remaining where white is thinking. White continues with rook d2 and then okay. So in this position we'll continue. So we'll have g6 so that we can make a way for the king. King to g7. We go with king f2. King f2 and we take this knight behind to f5. Now let's see how he responds. White's turn and white can try to play some aggressive moves like g4. So he go with bishop d3. Okay, bishop d3. We'll take this knight behind to e7 so that we can take the knight at the center and attack further. So white's turn and white is thinking. Let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. White is having 6 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock and is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. Hmm. Okay. So over here, he go with rook there, we'll go with rook and attack his bishop. He cannot play something like rook over here because the knight can go and attack. So bishop d5, bishop d5. Okay, then we'll have rook to d5 attacking the bishop. Now let's see how he responds. Okay, so he is thinking for the move, and this is white's turn. While white is thinking, having 5 minutes and 54 seconds. He go with a4. Okay, he's playing quite well. So now over here we can take x5, first x5, and then we can take knight f5 without the fear of g4. Okay, so we can take knight f5 anytime. We go with rook c7 attacking this pawn, which is his priority. Hmm. So we'll have rook to e5 defending this. If we capture this one, then we'll have knight to the center attacking, defending the pawn. And let's see how he responds. White's turn where white is thinking, having 5 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. Okay. 5 minutes and 22 seconds on the clock remaining. He go with bishop c4. Now he is attacking this knight. So uh, we'll have rook to f5. He may capture, will capture back, that's basic. Okay, so white's turn, and if I capture, we'll capture back from the rook. That will be basic response. Hmm. So he go with rook b7. Uh, we'll have knight g4, giving check with the power of the pin that you can observe. If he gonna move something like king going behind, king coming towards the front was actually not expected. Okay, but he has played that move, so we'll go according to that. Can I play? Yes, you can play against me in the next game. Just set me the challenges. That's all you have to do. So we'll have uh, okay. We'll have knight to e3. He gonna take it. We'll take back from this knight. Yeah. So that we can support this pawn. So if we go with bishop take knight, we'll take it back and support the pawn. Let's see how he responds over here. White's turn and white is thinking. 4 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. If you are enjoying the stream, then do like live stream. Okay. So bishop take d5, we go with knight take d5, supporting the pawn. Now let's see how he responds over here. White's turn, where white is thinking. White is ahead one pawn. Hmm. We'll have g5 in the next plan. G5 and then rook f4 attacking this. This will be our plan. So this is white's turn, and white is thinking for the move, having 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you all are enjoying the stream, then do like the stream. Now in this position, we'll have g5 as our plan. This g5, because g5 will be controlling these important squares and will not allow white to come in any of them. So a5 was a very nice opportunity for us to trade, but the point is, why is white allowing it? Knight take it, and then we have an opportunity. So we may try moving the knight. For example, we can take the knight there, because we can take the knight here. That's the main plan. Now we are attacking this knight. So ultimately, he can go with this, continuing with b4 for securing this knight. So maybe b4 and securing the knight can be possible. He go with knight c6. Then that's good. We'll continue with king to g7, because he was going to play something like knight here. Right? Earlier he could play knight here and give a poke. That's why we go with king g7. Now if he tries the knight there, to be honest, that is possible. Then we can take the rook behind and continue the game. So white's turn. White is already having this pawn which he can use to push further and like promote. Okay. So white's turn. Once again, white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. Our main plan is to take the knight there. So rook b8. He may try to check. King may come here. So we are sorted with that. Knight e3, controlling these squares and attacking this pawn. He's gonna go with the check. Okay. So now he's thinking for the move. This is white's turn and white is thinking. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you all are enjoying the stream, then like live stream. Rook g8 check. Now king goes there. He may bring a check. So you have king h7, eliminating all the checks. Now he will try this. Okay, rook p8. So rook p8 was the response. We can continue with the g5. x4 is not a mate. Not a mate. x4 king here. He go with rook b5. So we have x4. King comes here. Okay, now he is thinking. This is white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He continue with king g4, where we have rook to g6 securing this pawn, and knight over there is a mid threat. Okay, so white's turn and white is thinking. Let's see how he responds over here. He continue king f5, escaping the king. So we'll continue with king to h6, adding a supporter to this pawn. We can have checks. Yeah. So king g7 attacking this rook. Rook will go back. Okay, rook to c8. Then we capture this pawn. He may go with rook check. I mean, okay. Knight e7 is a mistake. So over here, we'll attack this knight with the rook. And now let's see how he responds. If he has to defend this knight. That's all. So if he defend the knight, then this means he has to move the knight. Or maybe something like rook to c7, defending it. So white is having a lot of options. Hmm. He is having knight d5. So over here, we'll continue. We need to defend this pawn, right? So knight here, we take, check, we take, not at all helpful. Hmm. Okay, so we have king to h6 supporting this. He may try to check. We'll take the king there. Okay, knight f6 this time. So the main plan, I can't understand. He may try to check, right? So we can take the king behind there and attack. He will begin with a check. King goes there. He can try to check. Okay, king g7. Now he is trying for the checks. Further, he may be giving a lot of checks for now. So we have rook x8 check, king g7. Okay, once again a check, king to g7, and that's the throw. All right. So we'll continue with another game. If you want, you may send me the challenges. Okay, so here comes the challenge. e4, we go with d6. Perk defense. d4, knight f6 attacking this pawn. Knight c3, we go with g6 preparing for bishop g7. Bishop c4, bishop g7 attacking this diagonal. So comes bishop e3. Then we'll have castling, king safety. Now we'll have e5 attacking the center with tempo. He go with d5. So we have c6 attacking this pawn. And then he go with queen d2, where uh, we can continue with b5 and attack the bishop. Like we can expand the pawn's power and attack. So bishop will go behind. We'll go with b4 and attack the knight also. Okay, 9 minutes and 30 seconds remaining on the clock, where he is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. Bishop d3, we have b4 attacking the knight. He may play any random move, whatever he wants to play. So knight going there, knight come here. Yeah. Okay. So this is white's turn, where white is thinking. Let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. He go with queen to e2. So we eliminate this elimination. By the process of elimination, we can have a better win. So c take d5. He gonna take it, knight take it, defending the pawn, attacking the bishop. Okay. So he continue bishop x6. Okay. Bishop x6. What's the response? Hmm. So over here we'll have f5 defending this pawn. He go with capturing, we'll capture it back. 8 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock remaining for white. Let's see how white responds over here. We can go with point b6, bishop e4, attacking this knight. So if I go with this, then he may capture, right? Hmm. Very good move, found. Bishop e4 for white. Yeah, that's something what he played. Welcome, Salmon. So we continue with taking the knight behind. We can eliminate this, then we can eliminate back. Hmm. So white's turn and white is thinking. Having 8 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. He continue with long castling. The pawn is under attack. Hmm. So what can we do in this position? For now, I'll say that we must allow this to capture. So we'll go with bishop to e6. If we capture this, then we'll have a check, winning this pawn, this one. So if we capture, queen g5, give a check, and attack this pawn. So that's the better plan. Okay. 8 minutes and 15 seconds remaining on the clock for white, where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Over here, we'll have some attacks like this, capturing this pawn, or even pushing the pawn forward, which will be more aggressive. I know. What we may do is, we'll go with queen over here. If we cannot capture it, then we'll go with queen check. King goes there, we can have pawn moves and attack this. So queen take d6, queen check. We go with if we go with king there, then first we'll capture this pawn, attack the rook, and then look for this move. Queen d2. Now this is the problem. So queen d2. Okay, let's capture. What he can do? He can take the knight there. So we can eliminate this, right? Queen take a knight. Okay, so we are ahead in material. Hmm. Now what I was planning for p3. Yeah, p3 can be a possible plan over here. First I'll go with rook over here and then I can play p3. This will be a very good move. Queen d6. Uh, the pawn under attack is the main threat, right? So we'll go with knight e7. I mean, what we say, defending the pawn, defended by the bishop and the queen. So that's a very positive aspect. We can even take the knight there and add a supporter to this knight. So white's turn and white is having 7 minutes on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. 6 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock remaining. He continue knight g3. So knight g3, we can have some checks like this. Give a check, right? But I don't think so. We must give checks. Instead, what I prefer, uh, playing f5 can be a good move. No, not at all. So what we can do is we can go with knight to b6, adding more supporter to this so that we can easily capture this pawn from the bishop, no matter it is going to be trapped or not. He go with knight e4, so he is playing a lot of good moves. King b6. King cannot go to b6. Maybe you are saying knight b6. Yeah, so knight b6 is very good. Then bishop a2. So bishop take a2. Yeah, that's something what I was planning. But for now, what you can observe, this pawn is a weakness. We can even capture that and attack the knight. So we'll go with this. Okay. Now this is white's turn. White is if I go with this knight g5, thinking that's a better move. No, not at all. Not king bishop. Yeah. Actually, in notation, you mean denote n for knight. You are writing k for knight. Okay. So he go with this. Okay. F5. Once again, I'll lose the bishop, right? So don't go with this. Now I was thinking for bishop taking this. Okay. So bishop taking it is a very good move, but before that I'll go with rook c8 to make it more aggressive. Want to? Why not? Salmon, if you are really 2100, then I would love to play a game with you. To set me the challenge. Okay. So let's see what he responds. This is white's turn where white is thinking for the move. Hmm. In the meantime, people are enjoying the stream. Then to like the live stream. He got it rook to f1. Now I was thinking for this. Okay, not now. We will not have this right now. Uh, so what we can do over here? Where I can go? Okay, okay. Can I play you? Yes, you can play against me. If you want to play against me, you may send me the challenge. That's all you have to do. G2. G2 is not possible. Queen G2. Queen G2. Then he can go and rook here. Supported by the knight. What will you do then? Right? Wait. Queen G2. Rook coming here. What will you do? That's not a good move. Make it an unrated. Yeah, that's your choice. You may send me there. Okay. Try to send me the challenge after this game ends so that I can receive the challenges. Okay. 5 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock remaining for white. Let's see how white responds. We have knight f6. It's a strong mistake. I know, but this is completely mistake. What's my username? My username is the Kings of Chess official. Okay. So we'll continue with capturing this pawn and attack like this. Okay. I am writing my ID. Kings of Chess. So I have sent my chess.com ID on the chat. You may see that. So this is a blunder. Queen takes c2, mate. Okay. Now you may set me the challenges. You may set me the challenges now. Okay. Anyone wanna play or want to do? Okay. Who is that wonder? You are 20. Okay. So if you want to play against me, you may send me the challenges. That's all you have to do. Any challenges you want? You may send me the challenges now. No challenges. Okay. So we have another game. We continue with everyone is playing e4, and I'm completely good with that. So we'll have e5, uh, knight to c6. I'm trying to send it. I hope you know how to send the challenges. Right? Queen take d4, knight f6, bishop d3, b6, preparing for bishop b7, attacking this way. We go with bishop c5, we have bishop c5, waiting. Okay, so queen e5 to check, queen to e7. Now let's see for white response. White's turn and white go with bishop take f6. We go with capturing it back, attacking this pawn. Hmm. So white's turn and white is thinking. Let's see how he responds. Queen takes c7 was the response over here. So we'll have uh, bishop d6 attacking this queen. Now let's see what he responds. White's turn and white is thinking over here. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you all are enjoying the stream, then like live stream. Hmm. Okay. So he go with queen to c4. Queen c4. a5 preparing for bishop a6 and attack like this. Let's see how he responds. 9 minutes on the clock remaining. Hmm. India chess is so improved. Yes, that's true. In India, there are a lot of chess players emerging. Kukesh, who is the world champion, he currently defeated Magnus Carlsen once again. I hope you all are aware for that. Okay. So White is taking over here. Let's see how he responds over here. He continue with castling. So we go with bishop a6 and attack this queen. He'll have queen d5. Then over here, queen d5. Okay. So what we can do is we can go with castling. Hmm. Alright, so first we'll have rook to a7 and then the trade. In my case, there will be a trade possible. So let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you all are enjoying the stream, then to like the live stream. He continue with knight c3. So knight c3, where we choose bishop to b7, attacking the queen. Okay. So let's see how white responds over here. White's turn and white continue with queen b5. So queen b5 and over here the pawn is under attack. So we'll have bishop bishop c7. The bishop at c7 will be attacking towards this diagonal, which is better. So let's see how he responds. He continue with rook to e1. Hmm. So we continue bishop c6. Now let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you all are enjoying the stream, then to like live stream. Okay. 7 minutes and 45 seconds. He go with queen f5. We'll go with queen to d6, threatening the mate in one. So let's see how he responds over here. Knight d5, and thankfully that's a mate. Okay. So we'll look for another game. Hmm. If you want, you may send me the challenges. All the challenges are allowed. Any challenges? Okay. Alright, so I received a challenge from this. Wait, this is not that ID, right? Okay, so any challenges? No challenges are coming. You may send me challenges. Hmm. Welcome. Okay, so here comes the challenge. Now we are playing as white. So we continue the game. Knight f3 with the ready opening. Where black is thinking. Black continue with d5. We go with d4. The queen's pawn opening with the bishop f4. Knight bd2. And this is black to play. Knight f6. c3. Preparing for e3 in the next move. e6, e3. So this is bishop e6, where we choose to take the bishop behind to g3. If we're gonna capture, okay, go with castling. Then we'll have to c1, where black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds over here. 9 minutes and 27 seconds on the clock. We go with queen e7. So we go with knight to h4 and attack this. Ultimately, this is black's turn, where black is thinking for the move. We go with knight to e4, so we'll choose to eliminate this bishop, which is attacking the queen. So basically, he has to defend the queen. Hmm. The most simplest way was capturing, and that's what he did. We choose to eliminate this bishop at the same time, where queen take d6, and then we take knight f3, decline the trade. Ultimately, 9 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock remaining. We go with rook to a e8. Then we go with bishop to e2, where we are going to prepare for castling, which is going to be more helpful. We go with f4, and then we'll have castling. Let's see. Hmm. F take e3. We go with f take e3 once again. Okay, so he go with knight e7. We now this is an opportunity for us to take knight to e5, and that's we do, because earlier the knight was not allowing that. So we go with knight e5. Now, if we go with something like this, f6, thinking that he will be attacking, we'll take the knight behind. So he go with knight c6. Okay. We'll choose to eliminate this. Where he eliminate back from the pawn, we take the queen d3. So this is black's turn, and black is thinking. Having 8 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds. He continued the game with c5. Now, welcome Saman. If you want to challenge me, you may send me challenges. That's all you have to do. And we'll continue playing with each other. c5. Now we have a more stronger response like c4, or easily we can eliminate that. So we'll go with c4. If we're gonna capture, then rook take and attack further. So this is white's turn. I mean black's turn. He go with d take c4. We'll go with rook take c4, adding an attacker to this pawn. Now let's see what he responds to here. He continue with c take d4. We'll have rook take attacking the queen. Hmm. Where this is black to play, and black is thinking for the move. Hmm. So he continue with queen g6. Hmm. Okay, queen g6 on the board. Now in this position, wait, what happened? I lost my game. How is that possible? Shit. Okay, so finally I returned to my game. I don't know what happened. Okay, so this is my position. Uh, I think the better move responses can be okay, quite difficult. Hmm. We may go with some responses like queen to b3, creating a pin like this. So 7 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock remaining. Let's see how he responds. We go with rook b8. We'll go with queen towards the center, adding supporter. I mean attacker. Also, we can take the bishop there and attack. So c6. Seriously. Then we can eliminate this knight. After black eliminate, we can eliminate it back. So over here, he go with rook pd8. We go with queen take g6. H take g6. Then we continue with uh, rook to d4. Eventually, we can join the bishop to c4 for adding attacker further. Ultimately, 7 minutes and 13 seconds on the clock. g5 was the response, and I think rook take. Wait, rook take, he'll take. Bishop there, we'll go with that. Okay. So I think we must continue. Rook there, rook to a4 and attack the pawn. Basically, just attacking opponent's pawn. That will be better. So 7 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock remaining on the clock. Rook t2. So rook t2 on the board, attacking the bishop and the pawn both at the same time. The easy win continuation, bishop c4, creating a pin, offering that pawn, where we can also eliminate this and just attack. So we eliminate this. Now we have 1, 2, 3 attackers for this pawn. So let's see how he responds. Black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. Okay, so over here, he continue with rook to d8. We go with bishop take f7. He eliminate, we eliminate back and win the game. So black's turn and black is thinking for the move. He continue with king to h8. Then we can continue with bishop b3, where we are just offering a trade. If we gonna accept, and that's okay. That's wonderful. Black's turn and black is thinking. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you all are enjoying the stream, then to like the live stream. So rook b5, we'll have rook e8 check, king goes there, bishop check, king comes towards the front, and rook h8 mate. Okay, alright. So if you want, you may send me the challenges. All the challenges are allowed. Hmm. Okay, so we'll continue with. Alright, so we have another challenge. Now we are playing as black. Thanks for the game. Why not? Sure. Hmm. If you want to miss, send me the challenge once again. You are a good player actually. C6, the Karakan defense. We have E5. I know this is going to be something else. Even for white. Knight F3. So Queen C7. Now let's see what to respond. Playing some moves like Bishop C4. Yeah. Bishop C4. We D5 this, Knight take. So over here. X6. Now let's see what he responds. White continue d4 attacking the center. We take it. You take it back. Okay, so white take it back from the knight. Or the queen, that's his choice. So 9 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. As white is thinking. Let's see how white responds over here. Knight take d4. We go with knight to f6. Where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. So white's turn and white is thinking. We may take the queen over there. The bishop towards c5 will be better. Bishop b4. Yeah. So bishop b4, creating pin, attacking this pawn. Okay. So white's turn and white is thinking. Let's see how he responds over here. Now white is having 8 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. In the meantime, if you all are enjoying the stream, then like the live stream. So he continue castling, where we'll have capturing this pawn, I mean knight. And after the capture back, we'll eliminate this pawn. So he eliminate b takes c3, we go with knight take e4. Now knight take e4 attacking this pawn. At the same time, he gonna go with rook e1, then we can go with e5 and begin with castling. Okay, so white's turn and white is thinking. Having 8 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds. Queen e1, we have d5, preparing for castling. He got bishop d3, then we can continue with more aggressive options. Bishop f5, where we are controlling this knight. Now let's see what he responds. Hmm. Hmm. c6. So we go with castling, maintaining the king's safety. Bishop take e4, attacking this pawn. Let's see how he responds over here. We can anytime take this knight. He will take it back, then that will create double pawns, and that is better. So white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. 7 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Where white is thinking. Let's see how he responds. He go with knight to d2. Wow. So he's playing quite good moves. Okay, so in this position, what I find is queen to e5, attacking this. He's gonna go with knight take bishop. We're gonna capture this and continue the game. So white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you all are enjoying the stream, then like live stream. Bishop a3, attacking the rook. We go with rook there, defending it. He gonna go with knight take. Queen take it back, and we can come closer to Mike. Don't move that much. Wait. Uh, I hope my voice is now clear. And thank you, Manos, for reminding me. So queen take, rook take, continue the game. That's better. 6 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. He go with queen take e4, rook take e4, attacking this pawn. He is having 6 minutes and 35 seconds. C take d5, we'll have c take d5. Much better. Thank you. Thank you so much. He can go with rook to e1 and attack this rook further. Okay. 6 minutes and 22 seconds on the clock. Where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He is having 6 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. He continue with rook to d1. Okay. So we have d4. Pushing the pawn move further. Now let's see how white responds over here. F3. So F3 attacking the rook. Okay. Then we take the rook e2 attacking this pawn. If we're gonna capture it, then we'll first take the knight outside, attack this rook, and then capture this. Okay. So 5 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock remaining. Where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. So white is thinking for the move. Hmm. 5 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock where white is thinking, and white is thinking for the move. A very easy continuation is taking the rook there, support it. Or if you are capturing, I don't support this at all, but he must play rook there. Or even better, rook to f2. Yeah, rook to f2 is a very good move. But after rook f2, I'll capture, king will capture it, knight will go there and attack. So rook c1, he choose that pair. So we'll go with knight c6, opening up the rook over here. Okay, 4 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock remaining, where he's thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He continues with rook to d1. So we have rook to e8. Let's see how he responds. We can go with rook to e6, then rook g6, which will be attacking like this. That will be a very better continuation. Okay. So white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. Hmm. So over here, bishop c5, going to capture this. Hmm. He's playing quite well. So rook a5. If we capture, okay. So he's thinking for the move. Hmm. White's turn and white is thinking. White gonna capture. We'll take the rook there. We'll go with this. We'll go with h5 and attack. So that's a very good move. Let's see if he respond with this or not. So white's turn and white is thinking. And guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then like live stream. And please do give me some suggestions on how I must improve my channel. I'll really appreciate it. Rook g5. He go with this. g4. Or eventually he can play g3. That's his choice. Completely his choice. So this is white's turn and white continue it. Rook f1. And that's a big mistake. So rook takes g2. I think I also made a mistake. I should have taken this from this. But I choose another rook. That's wrong. So this is white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, then like live stream. Your support will be much appreciated. 3 minutes on the clock remaining. Where white is thinking. Let's see how white responds over here. Bishop c3. Okay. So we'll have rook takes h2. And then once again he's thinking. He'll try. No. Check is not possible. Rook to e1 is a big mistake. So we'll have the check. Rook ef2. King goes there. We'll have another check. King goes there. A suggestion to improve your channel is try to find out better settings for your mic. Okay. Why not? I'll maintain this. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. And by the meantime, please give me more suggestions. Actually, I did not expect this one. Okay, I'll make sure I'll buy another microphone if this microphone is disturbing a lot. I'm sorry for that. So 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Rook coming here? No. Rook can come here. Yeah, that's possible. Rook coming here attacking the pawn is a very good continuation. I actually playing this so that I can just push the pawn forward easily and just finish the game. So he's thinking, where are you from? I am from India. Hmm. Okay. So rook over here attacking this. How smart. So we captured this attacking the bishop. Now we are attacking this bishop. Although he can capture this without worrying for that bishop. Okay. Hello, people from Brazil. Mr. Min, welcome to my channel. 1 minute and 40 seconds on the clock. Where white is thinking. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you all are enjoying the stream, then like the live stream. He continue with rook e1. Bishop e1. Yeah. So check, king goes there. Of course. Play with my. Yes, of course. I'll play against you. Send me the challenge. That's all you have to do. Just send me the challenge. So take the knight to d4. The main plan is all clear. What am I going to do? Knight take f3 and continue. Okay. So 1 minute and 18 seconds on the clock. Where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Quality seems decent. Just make sure to try more settings. I think when you move far from your mic. Okay, okay. So over here, knight check, he'll take it right. So I don't go with this. Eliminating this pawn can be a better continuation, but there are more better moves than that. Continuing the pawn storm is quite better response. So we go with x4, x4, x3. Yeah, wait. f6, securing this one. He may eliminate this one. That's not a problem with that. We'll continue with x3, give a check, go with x2 and win the game. So x3, 55 seconds on the clock remaining for white. Rook a4 attacking the knight. We have to check. He got king there. Okay, so he go with king f1. Do it. Still pushed upon, one step from promotion, and that will become mate. So what he can do? I don't think so. There is any way. So we can promote to a queen and just deliver the mate. Okay. Tg2. What do you want to say with this, Mr. Min? Okay. 30 seconds on the clock remaining on the clock. Let's see how white responds over here. In the meantime, if you all are enjoying the stream, then like the live stream. Rook to e2, promote to queen, and that's the mate. Okay. So any challenges? If you want, you may send me challenges. All the challenges are allowed. No challenges. Can you play? Yes, of course I can play against you. Send me the challenge. Send me challenges as well. Okay, so no challenges are coming. Come on, guys. Yeah. Finally, I get a challenge from 2056 rated. Wow. But he is playing unrated match against me. That's not true. We should play a rated match. E4. My god. In today, all the games players are playing E4, E4. No move like D4. Okay, so E4. We'll try another opening. French. Pork. Yeah, so we'll go with D6. The pork defense. Thank you, Mr. Min. And welcome. Hanuman Rao. If you want to play against me, you may send me the challenge. Knight f6 attacking the pawn. Bishop d3, e5 attacking the center. He's gonna capture, we'll capture it back. c3, yeah, quite experienced move. So we'll have capturing the pawn. He eliminated, we go with c5, attacking this pawn further. Okay, so 9 minutes and 42 seconds on the clock, where he continued with e5. So we'll go with d take e5. He eliminated. We can take this knight to g5, g4, and attack this. We can even go with knight c6, attacking it. That will be better. Okay, so this is white's turn and white is thinking. Having 9 minutes and 28 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you all are enjoying the stream, don't like live stream, you go with knight f3. Okay. So where we will have knight to c6, adding up more pressure, castling. Knight take e5, knight take it back, rook e1, bishop d6, f5. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, so we go with castling. Pawn take it. Bishop goes to e7. So this is White's turn and White is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, then to like live stream. Queen to c2, we go with g6. Now let's see what he responds. Bishop x6, rook to e8. Hmm. 8 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Well, White is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. So he continue with knight c3. Then we'll have queen d4, rock, fourth rock. Okay, bishop x4. Now he is thinking as usual, always thinking. Rook d1, b5. I wanted to play b6. I just pushed double. So this is not a good move. Bishop take g6. We continue with capturing it back. Seriously. Okay, I resign this game. Come on. I made a lot of mistakes over here. Okay. Good but not bad. Thank you very much for supporting me, but actually I played bad over here. Alright, so any challenges? You may send me the challenges now. Hmm. Okay. So any challenges? Alright, so no challenges are coming. So we'll have some tactics on the board. Welcome Manos and Emile. Now this is wait. Let me adjust the positions. Yeah. So I hope you all can see the position now. Hmm. Why I want toast back? Hmm. But I already have toast. Okay. So black to move and you have to find out the winning continuation over here. Black to move. What can be the better winning continuation? So over here, uh, a quite difficult position. What can we do in this position? The question goes to the chat. What can we do? Bishop take, queen take. Um, I don't think so. I cannot understand. What can we do? Or should we try something like knight? No. First we'll eliminate this. Rook will take and then we go with this. Hmm. So I'm quite. I cannot understand the best move. In this position. Hmm. Okay, so question goes to you all. What can we go in this position? You all may also participate with this. Hmm. So over here, b6. b6 will not be a very good move. Queen b6. Okay, so many of you are saying queen b6. bishop f1. Wait. Queen b6 is not at all supporting. You may ask yourself, what is queen b6 doing? Trap bishop f1. Bishop f1 का है भाई? Bishop f1. How can we trap it? Taking it. Rook take. Uh, and then knight there. Huh? Wait. Knight take. Rook take. Knight here. Then he can take the queen. So I think you are saying correct. Okay, so that's the best move. Now what can we do in this position? I was thinking for knight c4. Am I correct? Yes. Okay. So should I continue with knight c4? Knight c4, queen coming here. Or he can take the queen here also, right? Yeah, so I think we need to find out better way. Okay, so the question goes to you. What can we do in this position? Take knight takes bishop. Shall I say again? Yes, that's your choice. You may say the challenge. Okay, knight take bishop. Knight take bishop is not possible. Knight take the bishop. No, no. Knight cannot take the bishop. Okay. Move queen. Where? Where should I move the queen? Okay. So this is not a very good continuation that you all are saying. I am thinking for knight c4. Knight take b2. So knight take b2 means this one. Guys, knight take b2 is not possible. Right? Okay. Welcome Hugo, Marcos, to my channel. Hmm. Knight going there, knight to c4, queen coming over here, then bishop take, queen will take it back. So that's not going to help. And that's the only problem. Hmm. So queen b6, once again, queen b6, how is it going to help? Right? That's not going to help. Okay. So pawn take pawn. Pawn take pawn means this one. Okay, knight c4. Yeah, knight c4 is something I am thinking. So Ashutosh, after knight c4, what if we go with queen there? Then what you will do? The question goes to you. After knight c4, if the queen comes to g5, you can trap the bishop. How? How can I trap the bishop? Okay, so I'll try knight c4, but he go with this. So that's okay. Wait, I would like to analyze this position for you all. Wait, I hope you can see my screen. Yeah. Okay, so this was the position. In this position, knight c4. Now what if we go with this? Queen over here. Then what can you do? So over here, f6. Yeah, that's true. f6 and then you can begin. Very good. So you all are mastermind in solving positions. So we have another one. Now this is once again black to play. You have to find out the correct winning continuation over here. Okay, white, I mean black to play. What can we do in this position? Hmm. So what can I say? Um, we have to find out the better winning continuation in this position. So you may take your time, think for this best move, and send me the challenges if you want to play. Okay. King knight e3. So knight e3, basically attacking the bishop will be your main plan. Okay. Knight g3. Yeah, knight g3 is something very good move. That's true. But try to find out something else. Actually, knight g3 is also better. Knight g3 rook to g1. Then knight take bishop. He'll take it back. Okay, so I think you are saying correct. Bishop take. Should I go with bishop take knight or rook take knight? Because with rook take knight, pawn will take it, bishop will take it and attack. So the question goes to you. Rook take or bishop take? I am asking rook take or bishop take. If the bishop is gonna take, pawn will take it, rook will take it. So rook take. Alright. So we'll go with rook take and that's the correct move. Very good. And we have a better winning continuation. Now this is once again your position. White to play. What can you go over here? Hmm, yeah. So player 101 of Squid Game is answering rook. Hmm. Okay. So black's turn. I mean, sorry, white's turn. Now try to find out a way. Okay, I will send you some hint. In this position, you have to try to find out a winning bishop move. Long castling. Long castling. So castle queenside. All right, you all are saying long castling. So long castling, the king will be attacking like this. King will go there. Are you sure? Try to find out. We have to win this bishop. Any of this bishop. This is the hint that I am giving. Okay. Long castle, rook, and then take the bishop. All right. So long castle. You are saying the rook will be giving check. King will go there, and then take this. How is it going to help? Right? Okay, so if you all are saying long castling, then I'll continue. Now he go with bishop over here. Then what you can do? Rook e1. Rook to e1. Now, are you sure rook e1? I think rook e1 is also better, but no. If you go with rook e1, then he can take it and give a check. Right? Oh wait, what are you saying? Nah, yeah, different line. Okay, no, but long castling is better. I want to find out the best move. Bishop e6. No, that's not correct. He can capture it, give a check. Right? So that's not better. Try to think more. Bishop e6. No, bishop e6 not better. Check. Which check? Wait, if I go with bishop e6, then he can eliminate our bishop and give a check. Right? Bishop take. Bishop take, giving check. Okay. So bishop take check, king goes there, and that's the best move. Now figure out for moves. Just take what? What should I take? Bishop take e7, rook e1 check. Okay. Wait, which rook? This one or this one? Answer me correctly. Which rook? You must know the notation correctly. Okay. Rook which one? H or D? Okay, rook h1. Okay, so rook h1 to e1, and then we can win the bishop, right? So this was a very good continuation. So thank you very much for coming to my live stream.